Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Atlas, your daily source for crypto whale alerts, crypto market news, and DeFi gems. We have some pretty big whale alerts. These are going to be mostly on stable coins and more specifically, I would say on USDC. So let's go ahead and get straight into it, and then I'm going to go ahead and share some more news in a little bit. So first up, we have a whale alert. This is for $65.4 million, which is a crazy amount. This was minted at the USDC Treasury. But then get this, just a little bit later, $200 million worth of USDC was transferred from the USDC Treasury to Coinbase. And then we can go ahead and scroll a little bit closer to our timeline. So you thought 200 million was a lot? Well, how about 300 million? That was transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. And then $403.1 million, that was in USDC, also transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. Again, 400, and look, this is so specific, right? 403,103,602 USDC. Two different transactions, the exact same amount transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. So a lot of shuffling going on right there. Very, very big money. 300 million USDC transferred from unknown wallet to unknown wallet. We have USDT now, $101.8 million transferred from unknown wallet to Bitfinex. And yeah, those are the latest in the whale alert section. And I just really want to point out to you guys, I've been noticing through these whale alerts that when we're talking about major moves with stablecoin, more often than not, it seems like it's USDC and not so much on the USDT side, which is, in my opinion, really interesting because going back years ago, looking at these things, I always thought that USDT was more popular, that more people were trading with it, and with what we're seeing more recently, a lot more activity going on with USDC. Now, we go and move on to the news. First up is from Diana, and they say breaking: Federal Reserve adds XRP in new crypto risk class proposal. Federal Reserve just released a new staff paper proposing a new crypto asset class, and XRP is listed alongside with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right now, crypto does not have its own category inside the main global risk model banks use to trade derivatives. So what happens? They force assets like XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum into legacy buckets like commodities or FX. Fed's proposal is to create a new dedicated crypto risk class under ISDA SIM that's split between pegged stablecoins and floating, which would be things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, etc. This is the exact model that banks use. Up next, Cointelegraph. Latest, Binance completes the RLUSD integration on XRP Ledger Network, enabling users to deposit with withdrawals opening once sufficient liquidity is reached. And this was some big news. It was also announced by Ripple themselves just recently, but Cointelegraph reporting that it has officially completed its integration. Then we have the Crypto Basic, who says Ripple director Odelia Torteman confirms MasterCard, BlackRock, Franklin Templeton showing interest in the XRP ledger. So guys, I really want to stress that part. XRP as a cryptocurrency, a lot of demand there, a lot of use cases, sure, but Ripple has expanded other things such as the ledger. And seeing that these major companies are showing interest in it makes you really wonder what they're planning. What are they wanting? What are they going to gain off of something like that? And very well likely could end up coming back to the XRP crypto token as well. Then Steph is Crypto says Robinhood just confirmed Ripple has tokenized hundreds of millions of dollars in real world assets on the XRP ledger. Now, if we just step back once again, we're talking about the XRP ledger here with these major companies. We have MasterCard, BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, and if you're talking about real world assets, potentially it could delve into the realm of real estate. That's my theory on that. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Chad Steingraber getting close to 800 million XRP locked up, now just 3 months old. 3 months old, nearly 800 million XRP locked up. getting closer and closer to that 1 billion. Massive. Ripple's RLUSD is now recognized as accepted fiat in Dubai. So if you go there and you're wanting to spend on things, it looks like RLUSD is an accepted form of payment. We have somebody right here down below. They're saying that RLUSD isn't now cash. You can spend it every store in Dubai. Regulators in DIFC and ADGM have approved its use by licensed firms for payments and lending. It's institutional access, not retail, but it's a major step for stablecoins gaining regulated adoption. Regulators are building the highway for stablecoins. RLUSD can now be used by licensed institutions in Dubai and Abu Dhabi for payments and lending. Everyday retail is not part of this yet, but having compliant infrastructure is a huge step for crypto adoption in formal markets. So it is a step forward, but it still has room to grow. Latest, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has been appointed to the CFTC Innovation Committee. So making more moves. And then Ripple Zaidi says XRP user locked out of an XRP user has been locked out of $200,000 due to multi-sign error. Major fix coming soon. That is a lot of money to have yourself be locked out of. And Chartner, just in, Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin soars past $1.2 billion on Ethereum acceleration. The Crypto Basic ex-Ripple CTO David Schwartz confirms XRP has no issuer to claw back stolen funds. An XRPL-based project recently revealed that its second largest liquidity provider fell victim to an XRP voucher scam. Some suggested using clawback to recover the stolen funds, but David Schwartz clarified that only an issuer can claw back an asset. Schwartz emphasized that XRP has no issuer, so no one can freeze or reverse stolen XRP. The XRPL activated clawback in February 2024 and AMM clawback in January 2025, but these features apply only to issued tokens, not XRP. The recent scam tricks users into accepting unsolicited NFT sell offers that transfer their tokens in exchange for worthless NFTs. Ouch. Now, I also want to take a look at the price movement for XRP. We did have a little bit of a wick going on earlier, just as I was getting ready to record this video, and as of right now, it looks like it is making some moves going up. It's got some momentum, looking like it's on the high for the day at about $1.48, up 5% on the day. And if we go ahead and just look back here over the last few days, it did close out in the green. This, what you're seeing in the background of my chart, is the Fibonacci retracement. So we had one day that closed down below a key level right here at $1.40. Second day closure. So it formed a trend. It's not a strong trend. A strong trend would be 3 or more days of closure, but 2 days, it definitely forms a trend. The third day, boom, popped up and barely closed above that key level of previous resistance, now looking at support. But it's only 1 day of closure. Yes, the move looks quite good up here as well. But again, guys, you need to keep in mind that we just had 2 days of red right here. And that was suggesting a lot of people that might have a further continuation, but it wasn't a strong trend and it ended up reversing. So anybody that was banking on the idea that this was going to go further down, they just got burned because you can see how much movement is going up. The same can be said true right here. So you really need to keep an eye on these things. Even though it closed above green on the day, even though it looks really good right here, people might be getting into the hype zone, and then next thing you know, boom, it just ends up reversing once again. And if we go ahead and zoom out some more, you guys can see that this has had a very long tract of just going down right here. So we dropped down from a high back on July 21st of 2025. And since then, it's been progressively working its way down, having some moments where it tries to pop back up. But at some point, you got to ask yourselves, where is the bottom? With where we are right now, essentially, the last time we were at this zone was back in November 28th of 2024. So, yep, I'll keep you guys updated. please keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing my opinion on this and my own chart analysis. And that's what I got for you guys. Please don't forget to hit subscribe if you're new. You can also check me out on Blue Sky at Crypto Atlas. And also, if you want to show your support for me further, you can check me out on Patreon. And I'm also on with the YouTube memberships. I appreciate all you guys. Have a great one. God bless. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.